everyone. I am Agustina. I am marketing specialist at Premium Plus, and we are here with
Thomas. I'm a principal solution specialist at Premium Plus with a focus on bots, automations, and Zendesk.
Great. Today, we wanted to speak a little bit more about the Zendesk acquisition of Ultimate. So we have here Thomas to ask a couple of questions that everyone is doing. So Thomas, to begin with, I wanted to know, in your words and in your opinion, what's the main difference between the Ultimate software and the Zendesk AI software?
Yeah, so Zendesk, my opinion, comes very much from an agent and self-service place first. So Zendesk AI is about detecting intents and then going from a customer asking a question through a bot which offers solutions from the help center. Zendesk AI is like core to what Zendesk is. And then if the help center can't give a good answer, then we can route it to the right agent and we know which intent it is. For example, how do I do a return? Comes to the agent, they can necessarily use the same knowledge base to dive into the issue and use generative AI to turn a short answer into a personal longer answer. So Zendesk has that spectrum from customer private till reporting. That's very broad, and by design, it's very generic in the sense that their models have to apply to all the Zendesk customers per industry, like retail, travel, and all the other ones. Ultimate, on the other side, is bot and ticket automation first and sole. So that means that instead of having models that have to fit all retail customers, they build a model per customer. Mm-hmm. So their bot has a very good knowledge or can very nicely grasp what the ticket is about and then dive deep into those questions. And it has a lot richer intent mapping and generation of intents and models than Zendesk has. So that's the main difference. Mm-hmm. Ultimate is ticket automation and bot solely and first, but that's where we're experts in. And Zendesk is bot, agents, and reporting in a very broad line.
Okay. Nice. And some people think that they are very similar. So why do you think that Zendesk decided to take this move?
I think it's about the benefit that Ultimate has of being a first player in that market, whereas Zendesk has been doing a lot of catch-up in the last 2 years with building models. So like I mentioned, Zendesk has a model they train on all tickets for industries like travel, retail, finance, tech, and so on. But they don't have custom models. So if you're very specific, very niche, like say you do wood furniture and you want to go very deep in those tickets, Zendesk only has a retail model, so they don't grasp the idea of a 2-seater, 3-seater lounge chair or something like that. Ultimate has the benefit that they only build custom models, which is something that Zendesk doesn't have. So that gives Ultimate a big advantage with regards to bots. And now that Zendesk is normally going to buy them if all things go well, that will give Zendesk customers the same benefit of having custom models built per customer.
Okay. And what other improvement do you think that this will bring to the platform, to Zendesk platform?
Yeah. So when we sell Zendesk AI to customers, we come from the idea that it's very fast to deploy, easy to build, and comes right in system with a few checkboxes. Benefit of Ultimate, it's basically threefold. So one, they can import a lot more sources of knowledge. So Zendesk only has their help center. The Ultimate system can import documents, can import your website. If you really want to, Salesforce or other products, but you can import more sources, which will make your ticket deflection level. The second one, in which they excel, in my opinion, is just the idea of training and insights in your models. So if I have a customer that says, I have a problem with my invoice, well, that can either be I'm charged too much, or I need a copy, or I can't pay it, or one of the other variants. And within Ultimate, within the reporting intent training, you can take a message and say, well, this one is actually not this intent, it's another one. You can retrain, you can get insights. You can see where in the flow a customer breaks off, or where you should improve, where you have knowledge gaps. Something that Zendesk not really offers at the moment, so that's an opportunity. Then, of course, I mentioned the custom models, the idea that you can just ingest all your tickets and all your history, you create a custom model that's really trained and continuously retrained on your data. That's a big benefit. And then the rest is really a matter of crossing the T's, dotting the I's with regards to bot builders. So their integrations can work with a lot more parameters. If you build a flow, you can make more complex flows where you loop inside the flow, technical maybe, but their bot builder is a little bit more advanced.
Okay.
And in the last year, we've seen this game of like Zendesk catching up a bit with adding features that Ultimate has. Ultimate adds features, and they both can work through each other. But it will will just fill in the blanks on the Zendesk side.
So what businesses do you think that will benefit the most out of this change?
I see it as some kind of like ramp up. Like everyone starts or has started additionally with a knowledge base, agents doing answering questions, and then you keep on improving your knowledge base to like have people search on Google or something different for your for their answers. Then with Zendesk messaging and the Zendesk bot, we can now, and Zendesk AI generative replies, we can now ask a question. How do I do a refund? And then we take information from the system, and that works for 80% of the customers, and they're happy. And then either you have customers that detect that, hey, our knowledge is so specific, so industry focused and unique that it doesn't work with the generic models that Zendesk has. And they're like one perfect candidate for Ultimate because we can just take their knowledge, their industry, the way they work, and then use a custom model from Ultimate, and then they can deflect tickets, and that works. The second kind of customer is not related to industry more, but very much to like the complexity of the use cases. Imagine you are a bank and you have a customer that has a question about a credit card and you need to change a credit card. Or your travel agencies and you have a customer that says, hey, I actually booked for today, but I want to reschedule till tomorrow. And you want to automate that process. You want to process refunds on a big scale, and those kind of like more flows. Those are the ones that are nice in Ultimate too, because you can do deeper integrations. And the last part are the customers that need some kind of hybrid approach, in the sense that I want to do a refund. So in that case, you need to know what the order number is. So then the AI can take over and do the entire intake of, okay, what's your order number? Take the order number and go from there. That's like a structured flow where we ask that information. But once you know the order number, we can let generative AI ask the help center, I have an order from 3 months ago, can I do a refund? Sadly, no, sadly, yes. So we can do that hybrid of generating answers based on the help center and doing like real custom workflows. It's something that Zendesk currently doesn't offer, but might offer in the future.
So basically,
the complex.
More complex, more advanced cases that require much more customization. Okay, that makes sense. And in the meantime, what sort of changes can users expect?
I think if you look at what Zendesk is doing with Timeshift, their workforce management, or with Klaus to measure quality assurance, and those purchases from the last year, you see that they kind of have the approach of 1 year of as-is to like have the companies integrate, learn to know each other, with the additional benefit that you can now jump to any partner who offers Ultimate and Zendesk and say, hey, I need both. What do I need to buy? What do I need? So it's like one-stop shop. And I think like in the medium long term, what we'll see is like small integrations. Like you can log in with your Zendesk account and Ultimate in some 2 different platforms. A big one I think will happen quickly is the idea that if your bot detects that this is about a refund intent, that should pop up engagement workspace as the same refund intent. So your Zendesk reporting works instead of it being 2 different ones. So I think those kind of, well, I call them small, but from an engineering standpoint, they're probably big, but those kind of like small improvements in the way you can connect Ultimate to Zendesk, you can log into the platform, how knowledge is pulled from Zendesk. That's why I see short-term changes.
Much easier.
Yeah.
Integrations.
Yeah, indeed. Long-term, for me, I've got the feeling that we're going to see like Ultimate being fully integrated into Zendesk with better reporting, custom models, custom integrations, and just have, the quality of the Ultimate product, but then basically branded or powered by the Zendesk bot.
Okay, that makes sense. And lastly, I wanted to ask you, how can partners like us, Premium Plus, can help during this transition to businesses?
So customers that are looking into using AI automation, ticket automation, and bots, partners like us can help with making the choice between, do I go for Zendesk messaging? Do I go for Zendesk advanced AI? Do I go for Ultimate, or a combination thereof? So just looking at the playing field of all the potential solutions and having the right match for you. That's one thing where we can help. The second thing we're going to see is we're going to have Zendesk customers that are now suddenly aware of Ultimate and they want to replace or integrate. But we're also going to see Ultimate customers who maybe don't use Zendesk yet, use another competitive product, and now see the idea of like, hey, maybe you should move to Zendesk. What does the platform do? What's Zendesk? like that. So I think we can assist with both sides of that field.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Those were all the questions for today. If anyone has any questions or you would like to know more, if you would like us to help in any way, you can reach out to us. All the details are below this video. Thank you so much and see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.